Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today we're taking a look at the Mattel Jurassic Park Amber Collection Dr. Ellie Sattler. And I have been wanting a figure of Dr. Sattler for probably 18 years. I've been wanting a 6-inch scale figure because I know they made like 3 3/4 ones, all that stuff, whatever. But I'm a 6-inch collector. So I have been wanting them to make this for so long, and as soon as it went up for pre-order, I was first one in line. Sadly, I was not able to get the pre-order in for Dr. Grant, but I will get him because I need my Trinity completed. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into what she comes with. In the box, she comes with these 2 very closed grip hands. Not closed, but almost closed grip hands. And these have just standard articulation of going back and forth, and these just swap on very easily. All that good stuff. And then she also comes with these 2 more open grip hands that also move back and forth, because she comes with this belt that has her walkie key on it, and also has stored right here the flashlight / floodlight portable one, which is pretty cool. Has some nice detailing on it. I do wish this was like part of me wishes it was like a kind of a normal cord, like the actual cord that it's made out of would have been cool, but I get why it's not, because that would have been too difficult probably for them to do. But has nice detailing on it all throughout. Not painted or anything, just molded in the standard black plastic. Pops on like this. Has the standard little plug like we see with most belts and stuff like that. So it just loops around her waist like so, and then just pop it. And there you go. And it's around her waist, and it looks really cool. Dr. Sattler also comes with these 2 head sculpts, which look really good. I think with a little bit of paint, they might, with a little bit of paint, they would look a whole lot better. But this head looks really good. This looks a lot like Laura Dern. Just a little wash on this one in the hair, and I think it would look fantastic. This one, probably repaint the eyebrows, put some stuff in, put some wash in the hair, and I think it would definitely look just like Laura Dern. And to switch that out very easily, you just gotta pull on the head. It's very different from standard Mattel stuff, so it actually is just a straight up huge peg. There's no actual articulation, but don't let that steer you away, because you actually can get some movement out of it. So her head can look up, can look down a little bit, slight tilt, and then rotation. It's mostly where all the articulation is. And speaking of articulation, let's go over that right now. So as you just saw, her head can go up a tiny bit, down a little bit. Rotation is where all of it's at, and then a little bit of tilt. Shoulders go out that far, which is pretty good. Can rotate all the way around. Bicep swivel here at the rolled up sleeve cuff. Double jointed elbows that go up that far, pretty good. As I already said, both sets of hands go back and forth and then rotate. As for her torso, there actually is a ball joint here at the diaphragm, and then one at her waist. So together you can get a little far forward, very far back, which I'm kind of debating on trying to turn this around to see if I can get a lot more forward. But, we'll see. Slight rotation, a little bit. I'm kind of afraid because it kind of bounces back like that, you can see. So I'm kind of worried about breaking that. Legs go out all the way, so that's freaking awesome. Can go all the way forward and a little back. Thigh swivel, perfectly hidden by the pants here, so that's really good. Double jointed knees that go up all the way, boop. And then this is where a lot of people are going to get a little upset with the articulation. She just has like a standard peg right here for the feet, but she actually, as you saw before, and just standing right up like that, she can stand no problem. But you can take a DC Multiverse stand if you want to put her in a dynamic pose, because she has peg holes on the bottom of her feet and they fit perfectly. So yeah, but the boots can swivel back and forth, and then there's a little bit up and a little bit of back. We did things a little out of order, because I was a little excited. I'm very excited to have this figure. But let's go over the detail. You can see right here, as I already said, the head sculpt looked fantastic. You just throw a little bit of paint wash on there and it would look 10 times better. You can see the legal stuff on the back here, which not a bad place to hide it, I guess. And same with on the back of her shorts. This is really not that noticeable. This is. I don't know why they didn't just put it underneath the shirt, because the shirt, it can't come off. I wish, that's something that I think, I would love it if they did a re-release of this and she came with just bare arms, because if you look right here, you can actually see she has, her tank top all the way painted and everything underneath. So it wouldn't be that hard. Well, I mean, not painted, it's molded in that blue plastic, but we could get her look from the end of the movie, which would be pretty cool. You probably also could find suitable arms, like maybe, I was gonna say maybe the Mattel wrestling figures. I'm looking over at an Oscar right now. That might work. You might be able to do that if you wanted to get that look going on too. I don't know how hard she is to find at stores though, because I have not seen her yet. And she's sold out online almost everywhere. So Who knows? But I think it'd be cool if we got a re-release at some point. Speaking of her shirt, as you can see, her top shirt here, it has the little tie right here. You can see it's knotted right here. You got the little rolled up cuffs for the sleeves. As I already said, the back, you can see there's a slight wash on here too. I think it would be better if there was a little bit deeper of a wash to bring out more of the color, not make it look so, you know, rubbery, as well as painting the buttons here would have been cool. You can see the gold on her belt as well as the brown for the actual belt itself. She's got a little bit of wash on her pants too. You can see the leg sculpt right here. It looks really good, which I didn't even realize that we don't acknowledge that enough. Mattel was the first, they were the first ones to do the pinless legs, because they've been doing pinless legs since, I mean, the DC Multiverse line, I would say probably. I'm looking at a shelf right now, which I'll bring those in a little bit for some size comparisons. But if we move on down here, you can see her socks right here that are sculpted very nice, as well as her boots that are painted really well. You got the dark brown around the lip here. You got the laces that are tied. There's not really that much paint slop. What would have been cool is if I bring in the Ian Malcolm here. He's got a little bit of dirt and whatnot coming up the sides of the boot. That would have been a really nice touch on these, but I might do that myself. But speaking of comparisons, here she is next to Dr. Ian Malcolm, and I think this works pretty well because Jeff Goldblum's taller than Laura Dern. I think Jeff Goldblum's taller than Laura Dern, but I don't know if it's by this much. I'm not 100% sure on their exact heights, but this looks really good. I like this. And then for some other Mattel figures, here she is next to the DC Multiverse Nightwing, which I repainted the mask, put a black line around it and the eyes. And then the Mattel Elite 87, I'm not looking over at a box right now. I can't see the box. It's fine. I'm thinking it's 87, maybe, of Asuka. And yeah, this looks pretty good too. If you want to use her just as a, you know, civilian character in the background of your ACBA, you could do that. And then for some other lines, here she is next to the Marvel Legends comic book Spider-Man with the PS4 head. And then the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse 7-inch scale Peacemaker from the Suicide Squad, which is so freaking good. But yeah, this works. This works. This does not work. So yeah, overall, I really enjoy this figure. I've had her for a couple days, so like originally I was like jumping for joy and I was like very blind to the problems. And there really aren't any problems, honestly. Like, I mean, yeah, the boots might turn some people away. I personally don't really care. She can stand and she can move, so that's really, you know, that's all you really need. And then the hands might be a tad big, but whenever you have her holding stuff, it's really not that noticeable. The different heads are good. The articulation in the head could be a little better, but it's not bad. You know, as I said, I might do some painting to spruce up the figure a little bit, make it less toy-y. But yeah, I really enjoy this figure, and if you are a Jurassic Park fan, you definitely will enjoy this figure. And especially if you were like me, growing up where you watched that movie constantly and Dr. Sattler was your favorite character, you will also like this figure. So yeah, that's going to do it for me, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.